Hi everyone! Today we're going to start reading our next Magic Treehouse book. Right before we left for break, we started talking about where Jack and Annie were going to go next. We said they're headed to the moon. So we're going to read chapter 1 today, and while I'm reading, I want you guys to really think about what the summary of the chapter is. Remember, the summary is the most important part. This is what we want to make sure we remember before we start reading tomorrow. So think about what the most important thing is that happens in chapter 1 while I'm reading, okay? Let's go ahead and get started. Chapter 1, By Moonlight. Whispered a voice. Jack opened his eyes. He saw a figure in the moonlight. Wake up! Get dressed! It was his sister, Annie. Jack turned on his lamp. He rubbed his eyes. Annie was standing beside his bed. She wore jeans and a sweatshirt. Let's go to the tree house, she said. What time is it? Asked Jack. He put on his glasses. Don't look at your clock, said Annie. Jack looked at his clock. Oh, man, he said. It's midnight. It's too dark. No, it isn't. The moon makes it bright enough to see, said Annie. Wait till morning, said Jack. No, now, said Annie. We have to find the fourth M thing. I have a feeling that the full moon might help us. That's nuts, said Jack. I want to sleep. You can sleep when we get back home, said Annie. No time will have passed. Jack sighed. Oh, brother, he said. He got out of bed. Yay, whispered Annie. Meet you at the back door. She tiptoed out of Jack's room. Jack yawned. He put on his jeans and sneakers and a sweatshirt. He put his notebook and pencil into his backpack. Then he crept down the stairs. Annie opened the back door quietly. They stepped outside. Wait, said Jack. We need a flashlight. No, we don't. I told you, the moon will light our way, said Annie. She took off. Jack sighed, then followed her. Annie was right, Jack thought. The moon was so bright that he could see his shadow. Everything seemed washed with silver. Soon they left their street. Annie led the way into Frog Creek Woods. It was much darker under the shadow of the trees. Jack looked up, searching for the treehouse. There, said Annie. The magic treehouse was shining in the moonlight. Annie grabbed the rope ladder and started climbing up. Careful, go slowly, said Jack. He followed her up the ladder and into the treehouse. There they go. Moonlight streamed through the window. It shone on the letter M that shimmered on a wooden floor. It shone in the 3 M things that rested on the big M. A moonstone from the time of the ninjas, a mango from the Amazon rainforest, and a mammoth bone from the Ice Age. We just need one more M thing, said Annie, to free Morgan from her spell. Squeak! Who is it? Peanut! Said Annie. In the dim light, Jack saw a tiny mouse. She sat on an open book. You didn't expect to see us this late, did you? Said Annie. She picked up Peanut, and Jack picked up the open book. So where are we going this time? Annie asked him. Jack held the book up into the moonlight. Uh-oh, he said. I knew we should have brought a flashlight. I can't read a thing. He could make out diagrams and shadowy pictures, but couldn't read a word. Look at the cover, said Annie. The letters were bigger on the cover. Jack squinted at them. It's called Hello Moon, he said. Annie gasped. We're going to the moon? Of course not, said Jack. It's impossible to go to the moon without tons of equipment. Why? There's no air. We couldn't breathe. Not only that, we'd boil to death if it was daytime and freeze to death if it was night. Yikes, said Annie. So where do you think we're going? Maybe a place where people train to be astronauts, said Jack. That sounds neat, said Annie. Yeah, said Jack. He'd always wanted to meet astronauts and space scientists. So say the wish, said Annie. Jack opened the book. He pointed to the picture of the dome-shaped structure. I wish we could go there, he said. The wind started to blow and the treehouse started to spin. It spun faster and faster. Then everything was silent. Absolutely silent. As quiet and still as silence could be. All right, my friends, that's the end of chapter 1. So I want you to think about the most important part of this chapter. Where did Jack and Annie go? It might be important to remember tomorrow where Jack and Annie are. They just wish to go somewhere new. I want you to think about your summary. Once you have your summary in your brain, you're going to go to the next video and I'm going to show you how we are going to do writing today.